What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm Bt19 and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our card overview for Special Booster version 2.5. You know what that means. We have our card list right here. We're going to look at the cards. We're going to look at the effects. We're going to look at what we're interested in about 2.5, which is the latter half of BT19 and all of BT20, and we're gonna just get into it like we usually do. It's part of our trifecta. We do our points list, we do our card overview, and we're gonna have our deck excitement list probably, in another week or so. As we get closer to pre-release, we'll do our deck excitement list, and then maybe we'll do some, how to build videos like we usually do. Keep everything nice and fresh on the channel. We always try to do that. So let's get into it here. Let's talk about 2.5 and the cards that we're looking forward to in this set. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, here we are with the latter half of BT19 starting us out. You can see those are those serialized Metal Garurumon, War Greymons. That's BT14, BT15 secrets. Probably gonna be some pricey cards. We got some new Crossheart stuff. We got some new Viximon stuff. The new Viximon, I think, is the more popular one. Return one option card with plug in its name from your trash to your hand, end of your turn. I think this is going to be more playable than the other Viximon was, just because it gets you those option cards back. So I think this is going to be a 5 or 4 of, and then you might play one of the other EX21. Hotmon, opponent's turn. When your opponent has a Digimon, this Digimon gains Reboot. So Reboot, that's kind of cool. The new Guilmon we've been waiting for. Start of your main phase. If you have a Takato or a Kalamon, gain a memory. So just gives you extra memory to go up your line. Just better off than the BT17 one. And then it has the same all turns inheritable while you have 0 less memory. Add 2,000 to this Digimon's DP deletion effect maximums. I think that's all turns. I don't remember if the BT17 one is all turns, but it's really good. So that's gonna be a staple in the deck. Same with Growlmon. Growlmon, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one Takato Matsuki from your hand without paying the cost. So that's gonna be a staple as well. Again, all turns plus 2,000. The fact is that this card is better than the BT12 one because you can play up to 2 Takatos. So he's good later game too. Of course, we have the new Ace in all its various forms, special promo, and alt. I don't think this one's going to see much play. It's going to, on play when Digivolve, delete up to 3,000 total worth of your opponent's Digimon. For each of your opponent's Digimon, add 2,000s to this DP deletion effects maximum. Then for each Digimon, this effect deleted, gain a memory. It's an interesting ability. The overflow, it's all right, but it's not as good as other War Growlmons. And then it has plus 3,000 inheritable to DP deletion effect maximums. I just don't see this getting the play space like the other War Growlmons because there's just better War Growlmons. Got the Shoutmon stuff here. Shoutmon's alright. I'm more interested in the Blue Flare stuff. We're getting the new Gallantmon too. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gains Piercing and gets plus 3,000 DP. Your turn, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, gain 2 memory. So either gain memory or you gain Piercing, which can be really good for the deck, especially with the new raid cards. So I think this one could potentially see some play, but the BT17 one is still really good because he's unaffected by all effects and he gets blockers. So we'll see. We got a new Gaosmon on play on deletion. By placing one Blue Flare trait Digimon card from your hand under your tamers, draw 1. So that's kind of cool. More Gaosmon options. You got the new Greymon that has Rush on himself. He's got inheritable Reboot on deletion. If you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one Kiriha from your hand without paying the cost, then save 1. That's actually pretty good. So you can swing with this guy and you don't care if he dies, so it kind of speeds up the deck. Blue Flare is something I'm definitely interested in. Inheritable blocker on himself. On deletion, you may place one Digimon card with Blue Flare from your trash under your tamers, then save 1, getting you back stuff from the trash. So that's good. So you can, do a lot of different things there. The new Metal Greymon got material save 2. Got Rush on play. When attacking, de-Digivolve 1. That's actually really good. One of your opponent's Digimon, then this Digimon may Digivolve into a blue flare trait Digimon card under your Tamers without paying the cost. So you can put things like your Zeeg in there. And of course, he's a play cost 3 if you Digicross with both the guys. And then he has End of Attack Inheritable, so that'll go off if you Digivolve with his when attacking ability. You may play one level 4 or lower card with blue player trait from under your Tamers without paying the cost. This just gives it so much ability to just spam stuff out and just create like multiple, like you could then spam out a rush, a rush Greymon. That's really good. And of course, you got the new Zeeg as well. New Zeeg is going to be on play when Digivolving Digivolve 2, so you can just continue the de-Digivolve. Then if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon, return one of their level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. On deletion, you may play one Blue Flare or Crossheart trait Digimon card with play cost of 5 or less from under your Tamers without paying the cost and save. And then this Digimon gets plus 2,000 if you go into a level 7. So inheritable. That's kind of cool stuff. Moving along here, Renamon. We got the new Renamon. It's the same thing as the start of main. If you have a Rika or Calmon, gain a memory. And then it has when you use an option card with a use 2 or more, minus 2,000 DP. I don't think this one's seeing play. Of course, the Cubimon is going to see play because it's the same thing. If you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you can play a Rika. So that's going to take the place of, I think, one of the Cubimons, and it has the when you use an option card inheritable, you can give minus 2,000. Taomon, of course, is the new Taomon loop deck. Not sure it's going to be as good as I thought it was, because apparently certain decks really that are in the format now really hate on it. I think like Hybrid, I think Purple Hybrid was one of them. Blast Digivolve, you on play when Digivolving. If it's your turn, you may use one single color use 5 or lower option card from your hand without paying the cost. If it's your opponent's turn, for the turn, give one of their Digimon sec -1, and then it can activate when Digivolving effects. Super good. And then inheritable when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn. So the thing is, with the Kazuhamon, you can bring this out multiple times and basically stun your opponents. So that's where you just loop this card, and you keep putting big things on the board. So, and you play your other cards for free, allowing you to Digivolve for free. So, really, really good. The new Sakuyamon is actually a better Sakuyamon for the regular Sakuyamon deck. I don't know about the Taomon loop. And it's got on when Digivolving draw 2, then you may use a single color option card with a use cost of 5 or less from your hand without paying the cost. And then your turn, once per turn, when you use an option card with the use cost 2 or more, you can play one Pipe Fox token blocker. So this one's all right. I think the draw 2 is what's there for, is because when you Digivolve into it, you draw 3, so the chances of you getting to your option cards are just higher. The token's not really anything special. Of course, you got the Rapidmon line here. We're getting Rapidmon support. Terriermon's going to have the same kind of starter main ability, and then Gargamon's going to have the same play Tamers if you have 1 or fewer. So it's actually a pretty good Gargamon, honestly, if you're playing Henry Wong's, because it's only for Henry Wong's. Then, of course, you have Rapidmon Ace, which is going to be on play when Digivolving. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend, which is always really good. And then plus 4,000 inheritable. So that's going to be an interesting one. Rapidmon Ace, especially because you can Rapidmon Ace, and then if your opponent attacks again, you can make a Gargomon Ace on top of that, which would be hilarious. That would actually be really funny. I'm going to try and move this along here because we have so many cards to look at. Of course, then you got the Sparrowmon line, the Monodramon line, Justimon, Blitz, Ace. So it's going to be On play, when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gains blocker and isn't affected by their Digimon effects. And then when Digivolving, when attacking, once per turn by trashing one option card in the battle area, this Digimon unsuspends. That's where your device cards come in. Overflow 4. And we got the new Impmon stuff, the low pull rate signed alternate. This one's going to be on play if you have one or fewer tamers. You may play one purple tamer with a play cost or 4 or less from your trash without paying the cost. So this is really good because it's just an on-play Impmon to play a free tamer if you have one or less. So it's even better than the level 4s. Especially because you can play Impmons for free in the deck a lot of the time. So that's really good. So you can mill out a tamer and then if, say, you get the old EX2 Beelzemon milled, and it lets you can play out that Impmon. So that's really good, especially because it's a play cost 4, so if you can play it for free, it's even better. We got a new Beelzemon. Sorry, I was going to say, I missed that the Impmon has inheritable retaliation, which is really good. On play, when Digivolving, trash 2 cards to your deck, then this Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns once per turn. When it affects trash from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. That's alright because it's up to level 5. It's all turns. So if your opponent mills you, War Growl's bad against this deck. And then, of course, we got a new Blast Mode. Digivolve, Blast Mode Ace. Digivolve from a level 6 with Beelzemon. It's named for cost 4, or any level 6 for cost 5. Of course, it's free if you blast Digivolve. On play, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, instead delete one of your opponent's Digimon, so anything. When attacking, once returned by returning 10 non-Digi-Egg cards from your trash to the top of the deck, trash your opponent's top security card. So that's all right. Especially if you know, Beelzemon chips early game, so you can be down to like a couple security and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. You got the Luminamon and the whole Calamon. You got a new Calamon here. Security, play a Digimon with 2,000 or less from your hand without paying the cost. By suspending this Digimon, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a card in the hand with a Digimon cost reduced by 2. All turns, this Digimon can't attack or block. And then on deletion, place this card as the top security card. It's kind of cool. And of course, you got a not a low pull rate, but a box topper version of him. You got Jerry for D Reaper, and then you got the tamers here. We're gonna look at some of the tamers here. We have Takato. This is the one we're waiting for. This is a memory setter, as well as it gives your Digimon raid for the turn, and then that Digimon can attack a player. So it basically it acts just like the Blitz Takato, only it's a memory tamer. So this one's going to take the spot of the old memory tamer and potentially at least one copy of the Blitz Takato, I believe. We got a new Takuya. Start your main phase by placing one Digimon card with the blue flare or crossheart trait from your hand under any of your tamers. Gain 1 memory, so that's really good because it stacks your tamers. And then when any of your blue flare trait Digimon cards with Digicross requirements would be played, by suspending this tamer, of course, you can use them for the play. So that's going to be really good, especially a 3 cost that gains you memory. You got the Rika. Reveal top 3 cards of the deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in its name, and 1 option card with plug-in in its name among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. And then when you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more, by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. So option card plays, gain your memory, and then basically a searcher, a really good tamer searcher, which is really cool. Especially because sometimes you just need the Rika name or a tamer on the board. So this is going to be, I think, better than the BT19 one. Of course, we have a new Mako is always fun. Start your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. Main, if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, by suspending this tamer, one of your Impmon may Digivolve into Beelzemon in the hand. Or trash for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. So warp Digivolving your guy. Mako instead of warping into Blast Mode like the original. So yeah. And that one was a memory tamer too. You got some cool option cards. You got the red card. You got Knight and Queen device, so we got more devices. And then Bonds of True Love. You got King device too. I think that's almost it for BT19. Then, of course, you have the other secret we didn't get. You got D-Reaper Zone as an option card, which looks kind of cool. And you got the new Luminamon Nene version, which is the secret we didn't get from the set. I think I'm going to cut this off right now just because I don't want the video to run too long. So we're going to do 2 card overviews. We'll do BT19 and BT20 as 2 separate card overviews for 2.5. We'll finish off with the Luminamon, which is Digivolve Luminamon cost 2 / Nene with Shademon under it for cost 3. On play, when Digivolving, choose one other Digimon by playing 1 level 4 low Digimon card from the chosen Digimon's Digivolution cards. Without paying the cost, delete that chosen Digimon. On deletion, you may play 1 card with a pay cost of 5 or less from under your tamers without paying the cost. And then, of course, Digicross, Nene, and Shadramon / Luminamon. Yeah. Play cost 6, so, I mean, play it for 4, I guess. I don't know. I guess if you Digivolve from Luminamon, that's even better for cost 2. Or a Nene with a Shadramon for cost 3. Lots of different ways to play this. It's an interesting card. Not sure that'll be to see a lot of play, but you never know. But hey, we'll get back into it here. We will return with a card overview for BT20, just because I don't want to stretch this out super long, because these card overviews can go a long time if you just get really into them, and I want to keep everything kind of fresh and keep it good. But I just wanted to look at some of the cards I'm interested in. There's definitely a lot of cool cards. We didn't cover the Crossheart stuff, and really the also the Crossheart, but the what is it? We didn't cover really the Rio stuff or the Henry and Terramon stuff. But all of it's really good support, and I can't wait for the set to come out. But hey, we'll get back to it with BT20 in just a little bit. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.